Greetings, everyone. Today, we're going to explore an incredibly effective remedy, one that has the potential to alleviate those persistent aches and pains in your joints and knees. Across the globe, countless individuals are burdened by this suffering, struggling day and night with relentless pain. At times, the pain becomes so severe that everyday activities become difficult, significantly impacting our daily lives. In today's video, I'm excited to introduce a completely natural treatment method that's not only effective, but also incredibly affordable. You can easily find the ingredients and start applying this method today, and it promises to bring you unexpected benefits. Another notable aspect of this method is its absolute safety. It's completely natural and doesn't cause any significant side effects or harm. So please join me in watching this video to discover the wonders hidden within this method, as well as how to prepare and use it correctly to achieve maximum effectiveness without experiencing any adverse effects. Before diving into this treatment method, I believe that if you clearly understand the root causes of joint and knee pain, you'll feel much more confident and at ease when applying it. Therefore, let's first explore the common causes, and then I'll share the secret to this treatment. Typically, there are two main reasons for joint pain in our bodies. First, it's the wear and tear or damage to the inner surface of the joint, or in other words, damage to the articular cartilage. Second, it's prolonged inflammation, especially chronic swelling in the body. Besides these main causes, being overweight is also a factor that cannot be ignored. When your body carries too much weight, the joints have to bear greater pressure, leading to rapid wear and tear, followed by inflammation and uncomfortable aches. Or sometimes, we're too sedentary, leading a static lifestyle with no exercise and little movement, which can also cause joint problems. It could also be due to an autoimmune issue that causes disorders and damage to the joints. Whatever the cause may be, knee pain can sometimes become so intense that it severely affects our lives. Imagine wanting to take just a short walk, but not being able to lift your leg, or feeling extremely difficult when climbing stairs. How much would that affect your confidence? And to what extent would it disrupt your daily life? Joint pain is a significant issue, and we absolutely shouldn't ignore it under any circumstances. Often, when the first symptoms appear, we think that just taking a painkiller is enough, that it will help relieve the pain for a short period. But usually the problem is still there, and sometimes those painkillers cause unwanted side effects for the stomach, causing the joint pain to gradually worsen. So, try to avoid painkillers and find a way to fix the real problem to eliminate it at its root. Surely many of you are enduring this suffering, and after learning about the causes of joint pain, a question often pops up in your head. Are the painkillers I'm taking really the right treatment method? In reality, it's not a treatment method. It only helps you relieve the pain temporarily, but it can't eliminate the root cause of the problem. That's why people are looking for traditional medicine methods, trying to find natural alternative treatments, such as using turmeric milk or turmeric water, or some people are also using ginger to reduce pain and inflammation. There are many natural herbs that can help you eliminate or cure joint pain, and they don't cause any side effects. In addition, there are also some herbs that are widely used to treat joint pain, such as ashwagandha, which has brought relief to many people. But the treatment method that I'm about to share in this video is completely different from all of those. It's extremely simple, extremely cheap, and you won't have any difficulty doing it. You can easily do it right at home, and it's completely safe. There are only a few people who can't use it, I'll mention that later, but for everyone else, it's considered completely safe, and you can use it with confidence. This treatment method is a familiar grain, containing countless precious nutrients, powerful antioxidants, abundant fiber, essential vitamins and minerals, and the ability to reduce inflammation effectively. These things make this treatment method so special. Yes, we're talking about barley, a grain that not only helps you solve digestive problems, but also helps reduce inflammation throughout the body, thereby alleviating aches and pains. Barley contains some extremely important minerals such as magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus, which are essential for the development and maintenance of bone health. At the same time, thanks to these minerals, the articular cartilage also becomes stronger, which is extremely important to prevent joint pain. This is a traditional grain, famous for its special health benefits, and many people have benefited from it. Barley contains some natural anti-inflammatory substances, which help reduce swelling and relieve pain. So, how do you prepare and use barley effectively? To do this, you need to prepare about a handful of barley, equivalent to about 50 grams. Along with that, you need a glass of clean water, and soak the barley in this water for 10 to 12 hours. It's best to soak it overnight. The next morning, put the soaked barley in a clean pot and boil it in water for about 10 to 15 minutes. When the barley water has boiled thoroughly, turn off the heat and let it cool in the pot for about 5 to 6 hours. Then, filter the water and pour it into a glass. So you have delicious and nutritious barley water. You should drink this water once a day. Just drinking it once a day will help significantly improve problems with your joints, bones, and overall health. Surely many people are wondering, how can something so simple cure a major health problem, while you've seen many doctors and used many different medications? The answer is, barley contains some special compounds that help improve bone health, such as beta-glucan, phosphorus, and magnesium, which not only help reduce inflammation throughout the body, but also help bones and joints become stronger. That's why using barley brings you so many great benefits. Using barley water for this purpose is very simple, but there are also some important things to keep in mind when using it. For example, barley contains gluten, so people who are allergic to gluten or people with celiac disease should not drink barley water, as it may increase their stomach problems. Or, if you have a chronic illness or are taking medication, you should consult your doctor before using barley water. Similarly, pregnant or breastfeeding women should also consult their doctor before drinking barley water. That's all for today's video, in which we explored how you can eliminate persistent joint pain with an inexpensive and easy treatment method and eliminate your illness at its root. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you find this video helpful, please like and share it with everyone. And if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next interesting videos. See you in the next video. Wishing you always happy and healthy. All right, everyone, let's dive into a super effective way to ease those nagging joint and knee pains that so many of us deal with. All over the world, people are struggling with this kind of discomfort, battling the pain day in and day out. Sometimes, it gets so bad that just doing everyday stuff becomes a real challenge, throwing our whole routine off. So, in this video, I'm stoked to share a completely natural treatment that's not just effective, but also super budget-friendly. You can grab the stuff you need, start using it today, and it'll probably surprise you with how much it helps. And get this, it's totally safe, all natural, and doesn't come with a bunch of nasty side effects. Stick around and watch the video, and we'll uncover the amazing secrets of this treatment, including how to whip it up and use it the right way for the best results without any weird reactions. Now, before we jump into the treatment itself, I think it's way easier to get on board if you know what's actually causing your joint and knee pain. So first, we'll check out the usual suspects, and then I'll spill the beans on this awesome remedy. Usually, there are two main things that cause joint pain. First, it's just wear and tear or damage to the inside of the joint, like when the cartilage gets messed up. Second, it's inflammation that just won't quit, especially when you've got chronic swelling going on. Besides those biggies, being overweight is a real problem too. When you're carrying extra pounds, your joints are under a ton of extra pressure, which makes them wear out faster, leading to inflammation and those awful aches. And sometimes we're just too lazy. Not enough exercise or movement can also mess with your joints. Or it could be some kind of autoimmune thing causing problems and damage. Whatever the reason, knee pain can sometimes get so intense that it messes up our whole lives. Imagine wanting to take a quick stroll but not even being able to lift your leg or struggling to climb stairs. That's gotta kill your confidence and totally disrupt your daily life, right? Joint pain is a serious issue, and we can't just ignore it. Usually, when we start feeling the first twinges, we just pop a painkiller thinking it'll make everything better for a little while. But the problem is still there, and sometimes those pills can upset your stomach, making the joint pain even worse in the long run. So, try to stay away from painkillers and find a way to fix the actual problem so you can get rid of it for good. I bet a lot of you are going through this right now, and after hearing about what causes joint pain, you're probably wondering, are these painkillers really the best way to go? Honestly, they're not really a treatment. They just mask the pain for a bit, but they don't fix the root of the problem. That's why people are looking for old-school remedies, trying to find natural ways to treat it, like using turmeric milk or ginger to bring down the pain and swelling. There are tons of natural herbs that can help you get rid of or even cure joint pain, and they don't have those nasty side effects. Plus, there are herbs like ashwagandha that are popular for treating joint pain and have helped a lot of people feel better. But this treatment I'm about to share is totally different. It's super simple, super cheap, and you won't have any trouble doing it. You can do it right at home, and it's perfectly safe. There are just a few people who shouldn't use it, and I'll get to that in a bit. But for everyone else, it's considered totally safe, so you can use it without worrying. This treatment is all about a grain we all know, packed with awesome nutrients, powerful antioxidants, tons of fiber, essential vitamins and minerals, and the ability to fight inflammation like a champ. That's what makes it so special. Yep, we're talking about barley. It's not just for digestion. It helps bring down inflammation all over your body, which eases those aches and pains. Barley's got some key minerals like magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus, which are super important for keeping your bones healthy. And thanks to those minerals, your cartilage gets stronger too, which is crucial for stopping joint pain in its tracks. This is a traditional grain that's famous for its health benefits, and tons of people have seen the good it can do. Barley's got natural anti-inflammatory stuff that helps reduce swelling and soothe the pain. So, how do you get the most out of barley? You'll need about a handful, or around 50 grams. Grab a glass of clean water and soak the barley in it for 10 to 12 hours. Overnight is best. The next morning, toss the soaked barley into a clean pot and boil it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once it's boiled, turn off the heat and let it cool in the pot for 5 to 6 hours. Then, strain the water and pour it into a glass. Now you've got some tasty and healthy barley water. Drink a glass of this once a day, and you'll start to see a real improvement in your joints, bones, and overall health. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, how can something so simple fix a big health problem when I've seen so many doctors and taken so many pills? Well, barley's got some special compounds, like beta-glucan, phosphorus, and magnesium that help your bones get stronger and fight inflammation throughout your body. That's why using barley can do so much good. Using barley water is easy, but there are a few things to keep in mind. For example, barley has gluten, so if you're allergic or have celiac disease, you should skip the barley water because it could mess with your stomach. Also, if you have a chronic condition or you're on medication, talk to your doctor before trying barley water. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should also get the green light from their doctor first. That's it for today's video. We checked out how to get rid of stubborn joint pain using a cheap and easy treatment, and how to tackle the problem at its source. Thanks a bunch for hanging out and watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video. Catch you later, and stay happy and healthy.